Good morning, friends. It's Tuesdays with Tonya. I'm Tonya with my County Link, and today, stick with me this morning. It's about 6:30. I'm on my way into Eikenberry's because today is our very own Gaylen Blosser's birthday. So we're going to surprise him today. So stick with me as we go through this, and then we're going to talk to Gaylen and share the things that he does for our community and what he does with work and so forth. And I just think it'll be a really fun segment. So stick with me. Let's go get the donuts. Here we all are out here. We're getting ready to go in and we're going to surprise Gaylen. So stick with us.
You here, Gaylen? All right.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Gaylen. Happy birthday to you. Okay, so we're back. So we got to surprise Gaylen. That was super fun. We got to have some camaraderie time in here and just share stories and so forth. So I wanted to do my Tuesday with Tonya on Gaylen today because there's a lot about Gaylen that our community doesn't know. We know we love his pictures and we know he's everywhere. We're not quite sure how he does that. I do promise you there's only one of him. I know it seems like there's 10, but there's only one, Gaylen Blosser. So we're going to turn around and we're going to talk to him and we're going to learn some things about him. So let me turn this around. All right, Gaylen, was you surprised?
Yes, I was. I didn't know anybody knew I had a birthday.
Well, happy birthday to you.
Thank you, Tonya.
So I wanted to kind of talk to you a little bit about some of the things that you do in the community because you're at all the sporting events, you're at all the public events, the community events, even the people that come into town and talk. I don't know how you get everywhere. How do you do that?
You know, I just I don't almost don't plan my day. I just do things as they pop up. I mean, I know where I'm going in the evenings, but a lot of times things will pop up and I'll just run out and shoot things.
And tell us what times your day gets started.
Usually, like this morning, I was up at 4:15, so I get up early, work on pictures, and stay up late at night working on pictures.
I don't know how you do it. I had to set my alarm. Although I did get up earlier today than I normally do, but I don't know how you do that all the time. I'm just amazed by that. When you say work on pictures, I don't think people realize how long it takes you to work on the pictures. So let's say you go cover a game. Let's say it's 2 to 3 hours. By the time you get there, you get back home, and you do your story and so forth. How long, though, does it take to edit those pictures?
To do a basketball game, baseball, softball, volleyball, usually I'll spend a minimum of 3 to 4 hours to get the 100 to 150, 200 pictures to go through them because I'll shoot 1,500 to 2,500 pictures at each game.
That's amazing to me. And then also in the community, you go around to the different schools and you also talk at the different Memorial Day events that happen. Tell us a little bit about when you go into those, what are you discussing and sharing with them? Because you are a veteran, so we appreciate and thank you for your service.
Thank you. I do speak at a few years ago, I spoke at FM. Last year I spoke at Arcanum. I'm speaking at Miss Central this year for veterans. I like to tell our students how important they are, that they're the future leaders of our country, and we expect them to step up and do the job. And you know, the kids at our schools here in Darke County, they're so respectful to me and to all veterans. And they're respectful to adults. We have great kids.
I agree with that. What would you say is your favorite sport to cover that you just really, really like?
Well, that's a hard one because I really enjoy covering sports. So my answer to that, and it's a true answer, would be the sport, the season we're in.
Oh, that's good.
If we're in the winter, you know, basketball, girls and boys. In the fall, you know, you have football and volleyball, so you know those, and then in the spring you have baseball and softball, track. So really, it's whatever season we are. That's the sport I love.
Okay, what do you think is the as far as pictures go? Do you think there's a certain sport that stands out that is more fun to capture?
You know, football. Always gets great views.
Okay.
Tremendous views. Volleyball all the sports do, but I would say of all of them, probably football, just the action shots. I was going to say the action shots is
probably. Now, I know you like all of them, but is there a sport that is more challenging to cover for whatever reason?
Well, there's sports that are really hard to cover. Swimming's a hard one. Bowling, you don't see many pictures because if you go into cover swimming, have a good camera and lens. They steam up right away. You can't use them because of the humidity. The floors are very slick, and at my age, I don't want to tumble
Sure.
down, and also
Sure.
that stuff. Bowling, you can't really get the kids looking into their faces because they're bowling away from you, so bowling's tough.
I could see that.
So
Yeah.
those are a couple that are really difficult to get.
Yeah. What would you say of all of the, when you've done the sports media, how long have you been doing that now?
Probably 15,
Okay.
16, 17 years.
Okay. What is something that stands out as like your most memorable thing, whether it was sports or someone you interviewed or an event that you got to go to that you covered? What would you say stands out as some of your most memorable?
Our Congressman Warren Davidson, through being a commissioner with Veteran Services, I've got to know him well. I've got to know Frank LaRose well. And it's really neat. I was able to have Warren Davidson come to Greenville and throw out the first pitch for Greenville girls softball. It's really neat that these guys, Warren was a wrestler at Sydney High School, Warren
Okay.
Davidson, and it's really neat to see those guys want to help kids and be part of that.
Sure. How fun. Okay, so tell us maybe like some things, like 3 things that people don't know about you that they would be surprised to know.
Well, I would say the first one is they probably don't know I grew up a Mennonite
Okay, and where did you grow up at?
in West Liberty, Ohio.
Okay.
Another thing, and to go with that, people probably don't realize I graduated from West Liberty Salem.
Okay.
I'm orange and black, and I'm a Tiger too. So
I'm a Tiger, but I'm an Ansonia Tiger.
you got the orange and black, you got Versailles Tigers,
Sure.
and Ansonia Tigers. So,
Sure.
but no, my alma mater's West Liberty
Okay.
Salem. Probably people don't realize I'm a pilot.
Yes.
And I'm high performance rated, so I do that.
Which, speaking of this, since you're a pilot, why aren't we traveling? Kidding, but still, kind of.
Well, flying it got pretty expensive.
Oh, sure.
It's like everything. I've done a lot of things, and I kind of got over that.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yes.
And then, there's one other, and I'm 75 today, Tonya, so I don't remember the third one.
That's okay, but I kind of remember some things. Tell us, didn't you do something with the Cincinnati Reds?
I did. At one time, I got to know them pretty well in the 1990 when they won the World Series.
Yes.
We had a party at our house.
Yes, they came there.
Yeah, they were there.
Yeah, which was so fun because people in Cincinnati had no idea that Gaylen Blosser in Darke County was housing and having a get together with the Cincinnati Reds.
Right, and once in a while the guys from the Reds would come up and spend the weekend. It was kind of neat.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool.
Yeah. So now that you're 75, we here at My County Link, we don't ever want you to stop. So tell us, though, as you move forward, what are you most looking forward to this coming? Spring's getting to be about the end, but the summer. What are you most looking forward to for the summer?
Just doing what I've always done. Just continue to cover sports, cover kids.
Okay.
It's tough for young people, and I'm not knocking them, but I don't know who's going to take our place someday. No, I'll do this as long as I can.
So we may need somebody to come in and you can mentor.
I could do that.
That'd be fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So other than just obviously the schedule and all of the places that you're pulled to and to go to, is there anything that you have found over the years that has changed, that has made it more challenging to cover sports?
Yeah, COVID made it really tough.
Sure.
That was a tough year for us. People don't realize when we do tournament games, you have to schedule. I have to get media credentials for our staff, do things like that. There's a lot of things you do that people don't realize that
Sure.
you have to do. You have to follow the schedule. It takes time each week to make the schedule. Dale's real helpful in doing that. Not always does OHSAA and keep, Saturday I went all the way to Saturday morning to cover Ansonia at Wright State University at 11 o'clock. Well, they changed it to 2 o'clock, or 1 o'clock, then they changed it to 5, but it wasn't on the website. I'm not knocking OHSAA, but I wasted 2.5 hours driving to Wright State.
Yeah, so the logistics
half a
of
tank
it.
Gas. So,
Yeah,
the
logistics get hard.
is,
Sure.
And games, times change. You have weather-related things, rainouts. So yeah, just staying on top of it, keeping
Sure.
up with it takes time.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate all that you do.
Oh, I love
So
that.
thanks for taking the time
Yep.
to talk to me and letting us kind of get a little more sneak peek of Gaylen Blosser.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
happy birthday.
Yeah, it's kind of boring.
Oh, it's not
Thanks.
boring at all. It's not boring at all. Okay, thanks, Gaylen.
Thanks, Tonya.
So thanks for sticking with me and keep sticking with me as we keep visiting people, places, and things. And as you see Gaylen out and about today and this week, make sure you tell him happy birthday. We'll see you next time.